Hi, my name's Jo and I'm the Global Director of AdGreen. AdGreen started when I was a production manager back in 2014. I was trying to understand how I could reduce waste on my own shoots. And it started as a grassroots thing, and we were really trying to unite suppliers who were doing good with production teams who wanted to do better. To at first try and eliminate waste, but then sort of moving on to thinking about emissions from things like travelling crew and catering. And in 2020, AdGreen was brought into the Ad Association here in the UK, and we started to develop a proper programme with different things for the industry to use. So we have two aims. We really are here to enable and support the global advertising production industry to measure and reduce their emissions across a selection of production activities. So the common things that you do as part of a production, and I'll touch on what those are in a little bit. Now, we have an advisory board of amazing supporters who've been with us since 2020 when we really kicked off properly, including various brands like L'Oreal, and Google and Diageo, and also representatives from the big major holding companies of the major ad agencies across the world, as well as the key trade bodies here in the UK as well. And they really help us to steer this project and understand what the industry needs and wants from it. So their support's really invaluable, and that really helps us to deliver the programme as a whole. So what do we provide? Well, we have, first of all, training. So helping production teams to understand what the urgency of this is in terms of the climate crisis, but also how to apply the various things that we have and how to motivate their team members and their suppliers. Second up, and the thing that most people are most familiar with, is our calculator. So this is a calculator we built specifically for the ad industry, and it covers 11 activity areas. So things that are very common to production, things like the spaces you work in, the transport that you arrange for your crew, your cast, your clients, equipment transport for all your different things you need to bring to your shoot if you're doing a shoot, catering, wardrobe, art department, as well as AI and things like shooting spaces. So whether you're in a traditional studio or a virtual studio. So we cover all the elements that you might find under a production, whether there's a shoot or not. And that's been built in collaboration with PwC, who reviewed our methodology that we created as part of that project. And we continue to evolve the calculator and improve it based on user feedback. And from the calculator, we get a lot of data. So all of the information that production teams enter about their productions, we can see, and we can analyse that, obviously anonymously when we come to reporting our insights. But those insights are also available for anyone who uses the calculator too. So it's an incredibly valuable tool to understand where there are opportunities for reduction of emissions and to kind of do better in terms of making your production in a more sustainable way. And to support all of that, we have a selection of resources, so production guides, as well as event recordings, and we put on webinars to help people understand new parts of the calculator or new regulation that might come out too. So there's a range of things for the production community.